There are many of us that are attracted to the art of essential oils. I remember the first time the scent of these sacred essences hit my senses in an introduction workshop to aromatherapy way back in 1996, and I was immediately in love with them. They opened my senses and I became clairaudience, developing a psychic ability to identify smells from beyond the physical realm. From that day forward, I was on a mission and spent the next 2 years learning anatomy and physiology and studying the spiritual and chemical constituents of the oils. My mentor was Valerie Ann Warwood, and my Bible, The Fragrant Pharmacy. I would frequently visit her clinic in Romford and ask so many questions. To me, Valerie Ann held long-forgotten knowledge, and I hung on her every word, drinking in more knowledge through her books and ways of using the oil. After graduating, I developed a successful practice in Essex. Here I would create the most amazing magical and healing blends, treating children with eczema, including my own children. Painful skin and itching rashes would miraculously disappear after a few applications. I would tune into the energies of the child's soul and create blends for their unique frequency and soul signature, treating women with endometriosis, yoni douche applications that significantly reduce the inflammation and painful symptoms. I could not stop. It was almost an obsession, one in which I absolutely knew that I was remembering a long-lost art. And many years later, in the Glastonbury Goddess Temple as priestess, I applied my learning of sacred anointing oils into the sacred anointing ceremony for couples, a pre-wedding ceremony that included attar-bearing priestesses and that was conducted the night before the wedding. Still, there was a piece that eluded me that I could not put a name to. Then I learned of the Myrrhophores and had a deep resonance with this most secretive and holy order. I've met many women over the years who, like myself, gravitated towards the learning of aromatherapy and the mysteries of the healing qualities of essential oils. We had the same sense that we were remembering previous sacred knowledge, maybe of the Myrrhophores, and that we ourselves were maybe myrrh bearers or mistresses of the holy oils from the temples. I was deeply fascinated with anointing, with sacred attars and the deep significance of sacred scent, of voice and sound combined, creating elixirs and honoring them with sacred sounds and prayer. I believe that we have long remembered knowledge of sacred oil alchemy, that maybe on a deep, held remembrance way that we were priestesses, skilled in helping people to realign with their true soul essence, healing soul wounds caused by karmic events that were not reconciled during this earthly life, so that the soul can transition with heavenly ease. Maybe we were part of a sacred lineage, temple priestesses with arcane knowledge of working with energy through a series of initiations in alchemy, energy, and transition of the soul work, including birthing into this earthly reality from the womb that is the Holy Grail, to birthing into higher realms of consciousness by exiting the physical body. The most famous Myrrhophore was Mary Magdalene, and the Bible contains many instances of both her work and that of her sister Myrrhophores, especially during and after the crucifixion, the Myrrhophores at the tomb, the appearance of Christ to the Myrrhophores, the announcement of the resurrection by the Myrrhophores, and the last appearance on the mount in Galilee, as written in the Bible. Knowing is the essential key to knowledge, and deeply within our soul's DNA, we know that sacred plant essences created in an environment of holy words, sounds, reverence, and prayer. It is an alchemical process, creating more than the sum of its parts, turning the molecular structure of the oil into celestial medicine and vibrating on a frequency that transcends the soul. On the path of the sacred celebrant and the spiritual funeral training, you will cover this subject with us in the perfect place, the sacred Isle of Avalon. Together, we shall work with oils from the Holy Land, Jerusalem, with plants that grow here on the sacred isle, and with organic essential oils, creating recipes or blends for the transition process of the soul on the funeral training, and the sacred anointing ceremony on the sacred celebrant training.